Hey everybody, it's Teddy. Welcome back. Thanks for being here with me again today. I hope you have a warm beverage or a favorite beverage of your choice. It's really cold here this morning in northern Alabama. It's 20-something degrees, so I'm drinking hot tea out of my, believe this is the Starbucks Wish You Were Here series out of my North Carolina mug. I really like that one. And it's perfect because it's super cold here. So I hope that if you are cold where you are today, where you're joining me from, I hope that you're warm and dry and let's get cozy. Let's spend a few minutes today. I wanted to talk to you, and we talked a little bit before about author reviews and the rating systems. Remember we talked about that ranking system and the stars and how important it is, and how we rate things the way we do, and why that's important. You hear authors all the time, y'all. I know you do as readers that read a lot. You hear and see authors all the time asking you to rate and review their latest books, or the first book in the series, or if they're like me, they only have one or two. We're always asking you, please wait. Please review, please rank, please review, please leave us some positive feedback, show us some love. It's not that we're that needy. Well, we are. We would love for everybody who picks up anything we've written to just love it and be over the moon about it. But, that's not reality. That's wishful thinking. But from the business aspect of being an author and for publishing, there are three areas that are really important to us on that commercial side, and they're directly related to that rating and review system that readers have for us. And the first one is sales, then we have promotion, and we have wider distribution. And we're going to talk for just a few minutes about those, and I want to give you a little bit more insight from this side of the desk, what that is, and why it's so important to rate and review those books. Okay, I'm going to drop just a little knowledge on y'all, just a bit this morning. Did you know that there is approximately 11,000 new books published every day in the U.S.? Let that sink in for a second. 11,000 books every day in the United States. If my math is mathing, that works out to about one new book every 8 seconds that's being published. That's great. That's fantastic. It gives us as readers and the opportunity to find lots of great new books to read. And for those of us who are passionate about reading, that is phenomenal. There are approximately 4 million books published every year in the United States. 4 million books. Amazon owns 83% of ebook sales. They own 50 or maybe a little smidgen above percentage of sales for print books that are being published. And remember, Amazon started a long time ago in its infancy as an online bookseller. And of course now they sell everything. You can get practically everything from Amazon, but they are still owning the market on book sales. And so many new authors like myself publish on Amazon because there's a platform available to do that, and you can reach the widest range of readers doing that. And even all of the traditional 5 publishing houses, so much of their work is now available on Amazon because everybody recognizes that's the marketplace that owns a large share of the market. That's where the readers are going for the most part. So just for just a minute or so, I just want to share with y'all why the rating and the review system is important for sales. It is used by Amazon and other online retailers to get a gauge for how successful the book is going to be based on that ranking that you give it, those 4 and 5 stars. They really increase the chances that a book is going to be seen on their online platform. Amazon even has the category, books that are rated 4 stars and above, that their rating is 4 stars above, and they will show you, and I know you all know this, they will show you all of the books in whatever genre or those keywords you've typed in that have that ranking for you. So you already have that laid out for you, as well as the other online retailers do this. Barnes & Noble, Walmart, Target, a lot of the online retailers, they have that space so that readers and consumers, because you are consumers, you can rate and review those titles to give other readers and other buyers the opportunity to think, hey, is this a book that's worth my hard-earned money? Because y'all, we have to work hard for our money, and so that's what those are there for. Promotion, I've already talked about a little bit. It works in the Amazon algorithms, particularly with new books. The further up that you're pushed on these different charts and in the categories, the more likely that readers are to actually see them when they're looking for books and maybe take a chance on them. But they're also useful for on the marketing side for authors, when we use BookBub, Fussy Librarian, Free Booksy, so all of these platforms that we're able to put our books on, and you all are able to find some really good deals on some great new reads out there for you, and in their newsletters and on their website. A lot of times, some of these platforms will only allow you to use them if you have 4 stars and above. You have to have good ratings to be able to use these services, because they don't want to push books that nobody wants to read or that a lot of people have rated them poorly. I mean, obviously, that's good business sense. Can't blame them a bit for that. So that's what that's used for. Wider distribution, we've talked about a little bit for those, particularly in the ebook section. Amazon pretty much owns that market, but for Apple and Barnes & Noble and Kobo Plus and Google Play, they also take a look at that rating. Not so much the reviews, but the rating that particular books and particular authors have with their works, and that helps them determine which books should they really push, and which ones that they believe are going to be good sellers for them. And also libraries. Libraries are the best use of your money all day long, your taxpayer money. We should all have library cards and encourage everybody to use them. Libraries, as we know, have really, really limited funding and budgeting, and so one of the ways that they determine some of the books that they want to put on their shelves is by the rating and ranking system. If a book, particularly if it's a book that they're not familiar with, they will use this to decide, hey, readers are liking this, they're really resonating with it, they're enjoying it. Is this a book we could use our funds to purchase and get on the shelf, and that would actually be checked out, and we can show that this is a good use of our limited budget we have. Independent bookstores, we love them. This is another technique that they use, particularly for books that are not well known. How do we get those on the shelf? By having really good ratings and rankings, and they will use those. They'll see, hey, I see, for your book, you've got 4 stars and above. That's your average. That's good. We're willing to take a chance on that. So, that's how they use them, and then it is important. I know y'all are really, really busy. I'm busy, and as readers, y'all reading so many books. So how can you help how can you help authors, particularly independent authors and authors who work with smaller publishing houses? How can you help us get on those shelves and get more recognized? Obviously, by going in and rating and reviewing on those platforms, Storygraph, Goodreads, Amazon, wherever you purchase the book, is a big thing. 4 stars and above is awesome. Really, really helpful. 3 and above works. Amazon frowns a little bit at 3, but I think that's great. 3 means you liked it. That's great. And the other way you can do it, you don't have to do a review. You can just click that rating button, which helps tremendously. What are some other ways that you can help us get the word out about some of our work and about some great books that you've read that are maybe not getting that recognition that those big traditional publishing houses are? Tell others about it. Word of mouth is powerful. Tell others about books that you like. You can publish on your social media, on Facebook, Instagram, whatever you have. Hey, mention a book, show the graphic, book cover. Hey, this was great. Y'all need to read it, check it out. Tell your book clubs, tell your church groups. Just tell everybody, hey, I really like this author. I want to help them. This is how I can help them, by telling everybody I know about this book and that it's great. They need to check it out. Recommend it to your book clubs and your buddy reads and your women's groups that get together. Hey, let's read this book. Let's check it out. Another way that's really important that you can help is ask your library to do a request. You can fill out a request for new materials that they don't carry, and they'll take a look at it and decide if they want to give up that valuable space they have, if they feel like there's enough interest to do it. If you're interested, if you've read Secret Keepers or come back home and you're interested in seeing it in your library, on your local library shelf, and it's not there, you can do a request. They may or may not have the budget for it, but if you will shoot me an email, say, hey, I'd really like to see your book be in my hometown library, I will email them and I will offer to donate a copy. One of my biggest author goals is to make sure that my work is wide and available, not just on Amazon, but it's in libraries, it's in little free libraries, it's everywhere that people would like to be able to get it, so they have a copy to see it. And so, yeah, I'd be happy to do that.